this is my impression of men in public. Oh, let me just squeeze past you here. Oh, you smell nice. As you kind of a guess, right? I was going to have asked for anything else, right? Hey, where's my hug? Come on, where's my hug? Hey, can I ask you a quick question real fast, real quick? Come here. Can I ask you a quick question? It's crazy how your eyes do that. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. I've never seen eyes like that. Here we go. Right?
Stop decentering men and start centering your hatred for them. Every morning when you wake up, I want you to think, how can I ruin a man's day? How can I gaslight, manipulate, disadvantage a man in my life? Bonus points if they are happy, if they are financially stable, they're really at a good place in their life. How can I center my day to derail that man from his goals and his dreams and going to bed with a smile on his face? This message isn't for everyone. Today, start today.
So remember that time I went on the internet and I said that I thought the male loneliness epidemic was in fact evolution? There's now some scientists who are hypothesizing this. It was the first time I've seen it spoken about on like a really mainstream podcast. Essentially what this doctor was speaking about was when genes become maladapted. Does that trigger a mechanism where the expression of that genome causes behavioral traits that are counterintuitive to procreation? So he's essentially asking is this behavioral expression, aggression, entitlement, self-isolation that we're seeing in this subsection of men who have removed themselves so deeply from society, are we seeing this because their genes are dying out due to maladaptation? And I just think it's really fascinating because it is this subsection of men who removed themselves so thoroughly and expressed such aggression towards the one sex needed in order for their genes to be passed on, in order to procreate. And I don't think anyone is saying that this is intentional genome self-destruction, but I do think it is environmental selection. They've gone through rapid social evolution that these men are simply not adapting to. So,
as you can see, the villain era isn't only for men. There are way too many women willing to go against what other women are fighting for just because they don't understand it. There are way too many women acting like foot soldiers for men who wouldn't even spit on them if they were on fire. Some of y'all aren't healed. You're hired by the patriarchy. A man gets away with murder when he knows there's a woman willing to clean up the blood. The same ones calling us bitter are the same ones quietly suffering in private. There are way too many women willing to sabotage another woman just to be chosen, who still end up discarded. These are the same type of women who want sisterhood until a man walks into the room. There are way too many women who will call you crazy just because your truth exposes their delusion. I don't care if we shared secrets, sleepovers, or sisterhood. If you defend a man who harms women, you're cut.
If patriarchy was natural, it wouldn't take violence to uphold it. I said it.
Let me summon down. Hi, my love. So I'm back with another video, podcast. So we're talking about the pygmishas here, okay? For this podcast, we're talking about the pygmishas. There's so many of them. They're rampant. They're effing annoying as F. You know, it's like if you want to be amongst males so badly, then stay over there. Don't speak to us. We have nothing in common. You might as well be a male. I tell them all the time, you're a male. And they look at me confused. Don't be confused. You are a male, ma'am. Okay. You might as well be a male because the heck are you even talking about, right? The pygmies need to be destroyed immediately. Exactly. They've got to go. Maybe we should get some of these males to do it for us because someone's got to do the dirty work and it's not going to be me. Okay. I love whatever is wrong with you. Okay. Marrying a man, I absolutely loathe. He has nothing that I need. Let's see how long he's useful for. Never having kids, even though I told him I want 4. Okay. Exactly. This is what I say all the time. You know what I'm saying? The solution I've come up with is, look, keep a roster. What are you doing? Keep a roster, exhibit A, okay, and have your own stuff, exhibit B. Make sure before you go out there messing with males at all, have your own house, have your own vehicle, at least one of each. Okay, it's called survival. Okay, have your survival locked in, all in your name. Okay, and if you're going to entertain any male, put them on a roster, but keep in mind, okay, before sleeping with them at any point in time, you got to make sure that they get tested. All right. That's literally it. That's the formula, right? And also, I also recommend that ladies take at least 4, well, let me say this. Take at least 2 to 4 years off of males. Okay. You got to do 4B, because a lot of times you might even come to a place where you don't really feel like you want to interact with them, and they become more of like a bystander in your story. Now that's not to say like we're fortune tellers. If a 1%er comes along, that's the only thing that you could maybe somewhat remotely entertain. Okay. But you're not going to actively be going out, stressing yourself out, stressing your life out, looking for no 1%er male who is 1% of the population, quite literally. Right. So that's kind of the thing. That's the difference. I had to end a friendship because she was too male centered. I don't feel safe. Exactly. It's actually quite necessary. I don't care if she shared secrets, sleepovers, or sisterhood. If you defend a male who harms women, you're cut off. Yeah, you're done. You're done. I insult those women, not even insult. I treat those women and I speak to those women and I treat those women in the exact same way I treat males. Anytime I run across one of those women, immediately it's like automatic. I don't even do it on purpose. I start talking to them as if I'm talking to a male, as if I'm handling a male, because the way they're coming off is so male-like. So I start handling them super tough, like I'm handling a male. I get super tough with them, like super intense, right? Super cutthroat, because it's like, I don't know. It just triggers something in me to where it's like I'm dealing with a male, because the way they come off is so male-like, Hi, I'm Shanice, a retired Pygmisha. Please, ladies, become selfish and only give unconditional love to your kids. Yup, exactly. Some of y'all aren't healed. You're hired. Okay, that's nothing but the truth.
The trend where moms show a picture of themselves before they had a child, and then they show a picture of themselves after they've had that child. That's why I don't have kids. Amen. Because being child-free is a blessing. Being child-free is a blessing. Children literally suck the life out of their mother when you were like incubating it. They drain the life out of you. They drain the nutrients from your body. They drain your energy. You will never be the same once you have a child. They will be leeching off you for the rest of your life. I know that sounds so bad. Maybe God will change my heart in the future and make me want a child. But right now, in my youth, no. So I just want to thank all the mothers for posting that, to just reaffirm to all the child-free people of our decision. Thank you.
If patriarchy was natural, it wouldn't take violence to uphold it. I said it.